All right, happy Memorial Day, everybody. Hope everybody's having a nice, safe, healthy little holiday here. If you didn't see last week's video, we got slammed with the floods.
That's nuts, man.
It was flooding for about a month in the Cleveland area, and because of that, we've got all this craziness going on right here. Look how deep this grass is. It's like 1.5 feet deep in some areas. It's nuts. Luckily, yesterday I was able to get out and do all the edging and trimming after work. Now I'm done working today, and I am going to do all the cutting. And of course, we have the electric Ryobi mower, which I'm going to be doing a year follow-up on today, and that'll be coming out next week. However, people have asked us a lot of times, they go, why you have this WORX stuff? You got the Ryobi mower, why don't you get the Ryobi stuff? Because WORX simply came out with it first. Yeah, so this is my second WORX trimmer. The first one was 10 years old before it died. 10 years it lasted me. Amazing. A battery lasts about 15 minutes, and then so if it's, it's about 90 minutes with 6 batteries. So that's how long it took me. Normally it only takes me half that time, if not less, but because everything was so long and so wet, and I hadn't really had a chance to do it all year yet, it's almost June. And it was just crazy. So anyway, did finish it up. I'm going to show you some of that. This is the blower. This is about the only other piece of equipment I use when I cut grass and stuff. This is a 32 volt, a little bit more powerful. So this one and the hedge clippers share batteries. And then with the edger and the Hydra shot and my drill share the other 20 volt. So really, really awesome. We've got about 6 of the 32 volt batteries and 6 of the 20. The reason we have so many is because we keep buying new things. They are very good about customer loyalty, which is one of the reasons we've never gone over to Ryobi or anything like that, is because when you buy gifts for other people or whatever, they keep giving you better and better deals to stay with them, and it's so cheap to buy new things. So it's just really awesome. They are very good about that. So definitely check that out if you haven't. They're probably going to have a lot of deals today. They do a lot of deals on holidays. So if you have time and you're looking for some new yard equipment, I'm just saying, if you go on WORX.com, I'll put a link in the description, they will probably have a number of good sales and deals going on for Memorial Day. One of the cool parts is these spools. You can pop that out. So if I'm way at the edge of the property there, I don't have to I don't have to run back or keep one in my pocket to forget it, so I always kind of reload that. The other thing about these spools is they're free for life, so you just pay for shipping. I think they send you, I want to say 8 spools for $5.99 or $6.99 or something like that. It's on their website. But yeah, what I do is just once a year, in the beginning of the year, I just send away for those, pay the little shipping, and they send me a bunch, and I'm good for like a whole year again. So that's a really cool bonus. If you were to actually buy them, they would be more expensive than that. I have seen them in stores. They cost about twice that much at least. So you pay for the shipping, you don't even have to leave your house. They send them right to your house. That is a very cool part of having this too. And I've been doing that for 10 years, and they've never charged me anything different. I've always paid the same price. So let's take a look at what we got around here. So just to give you an idea of how deep this was, guys, this is a 2x12, okay? So if you look at the length of this, the width of this as compared to the height, this grass is like a foot tall in some areas, if not longer. What I do is I kind of divide up the batteries so I can kind of come around. If I start over here, I can go around the shed, edge all this, come around here, and all around through and do this part. And then you can see here where I trimmed over here, all the way around this part of the house. Look at this grass, how tall it is. I mean, there's parts of this grass that's up to my knee, One of the nice things, too, that I'll say, because people ask me a lot, like, how do you get your grass to be so full? Very simple. At this time of year, we let it come up and feather like this. These are seeds. If you've never let your grass come up like this, these are actually grass seeds, and they just replant themselves. So I've never really seeded. I just let it get nice and thick because I let it do this every spring. It can be kind of a pain to clean up, but ultimately, you're going to have to do it anyway. So basically that first battery kind of takes me all the way around here, all the way around this side of the house. You can see it did a bang up job. I mean, it just crushed this. It's kind of funny. It almost made like a little path around. But I like to do this first so that way when I come up around with the mower, it kind of picks everything up and it's nice and neat. But I do come around with the little blower and I blow off the bricks and stuff. So that first battery kind of took me all the way around here, and then it pretty much died. And then the second battery, I went and did all of that area and then all this big, huge island in the middle. There's a big island I had to cut all the way around, trim all the way around. Now, we used to mulch a lot of these islands in a lot of these areas. What we basically decided to do is kind of let Mother Nature take its course here and just let a lot of this ground cover fill in. And we just kind of pull out the weeds and trim it. Personally, I love the way it looks. I mean, it's a lot easier to maintain. It's a way less money. These are basically strawberry, ground cover kind of situation. And there's Jack's room right there, and there's his tanks. In fact, we are actually going to be incorporating a lot of these strawberries into his tank. We've been meaning to do that for a long time, and we're going to be doing that too in an upcoming video, so check that out soon. But yeah, look at this edge. I mean, look at this edge. Look how tall this was. I mean, this little trimmer did a great job. You can see where I ended right here. I don't trim along these guys. And we're doing the same thing here in the middle. We just kind of trim it back. We put these bricks down. It's nice and easy. We did that several years ago. Look at the grass in the wind. It's like amber waves of grain. Now, so that took us over there, and then ultimately I had to go around that island with another battery. So basically 6 batteries, 6 different areas. 2 of the batteries were just used for the sidewalk. So just to give you an idea, this is our sidewalk. We live on a corner. So our sidewalk goes all the way to that driveway, and then all the way up here, and all the way down to where that big tree is past our driveway. So it takes one whole battery, which is actually pretty impressive if you think about it, to go all the way down this side, and then turn around and come all the way back on this side. That's pretty good, in my opinion, for a battery to last that long and edge all that. Look at how high that edging is. That is crazy. But what a nice job it did, huh? Then the other battery, I went down the curb, all the way down the curb, and then up here, and then all the way down this curb, because I like to trim the curb because it grows over. And then I kind of got to do around the signs, and there's a stop sign here and stuff, and the fire plug and the mailbox. So those are 2 batteries just doing the sidewalk. And then like another one around the house, and another one around these guys, another one around those guys, and so on and so forth. But ultimately, this is crazy. Look how that looks right there, how funny that looks. But that's how I like to do it. Some people trim afterward. I like to trim before. It's how I've always done it. I trim out pretty deep too. And that way I go around with the mower and pick everything up. We just absolutely love this thing. I mean, honestly, it does a phenomenal job. I am going to put some footage after this of some of the flooding we saw when we went to the metro parks. I mean, the rivers and the streams and everything are just overflowing. This is still quite soft. There may be areas that I try to avoid, but I gotta cut it. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. The leaves of, the blossoms pretty much came and went here, and these guys. So, we gotta clean up here. This is the big compost where we pretty much put everything. The leaves, our sticks, and whenever we do anything like that, we put them here. That in about a month is going to become our pumpkin patch. We always put that there, but it's just way, way, way too wet right now. So that's going to be about a month or so. We're going to get the rain barrels hooked up for when it does start drying out. I want to show this too because I never showed this before. This is an area over here that we rocked in. This is a chair that I actually made Jack out of one of the trees we took down. I took a stump and a chainsaw and I cut like a chair into it. And he loves this. He used to always sit in this. I used to have it over there by the picnic table, and he would always sit in it until it's starting to grow mushrooms and stuff now. But some of the little cousins and stuff use it. He can barely fit in it anymore. But that was a really cool thing that he liked. Jack will be back soon. I'm going to get to work on cutting this. I'm going to do this kind of update on the Ryobi, and that'll come out next week. But yeah, we love WORX. We think they're awesome. When I get done doing all the cutting, that's when I trim everything up, kind of blow everything off with this. This is just the small one. This is just for like doing grass clippings and patios and sidewalks. And one battery, I can blow everything off. Usually I mulch, and so I use this to kind of blow everything off after that. Right now I'm in a bag, but there's still going to be a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to blow around. So yeah, one battery, we can go do all that sidewalk and everything, one battery with the 32 volt, very good. If you're looking for more of a leaf blower, they do have a gigantic one of these that's way, way, way stronger. But anyway, suits our need. Check out WORX and everything. They probably do have, again, a ton of sales. If you're looking for stuff like this, they're very impressive. They even got the robot lawnmower that you can set and it just cuts your grass for you. I don't know if it would cut this kind of grass, but hope everybody's having a fantastic holiday. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Get this one here. Usually that's like a falls right there, but it's so full, it's not even falling. That's crazy. I mean, there's like these huge boulders usually here, but they're just completely buried, completely submerged. Oh, that tree went down. That's crazy. Yeah, it's usually a good 20 or 30 feet off here, just in the middle. Really flooded last night. It came up on the streets and everything. Cleveland got hit hard with the flooding.